Hey guys, welcome to Mindset Monday. Very excited about today's message. I had a great team meeting with the GFP team a couple weeks ago, and we went over this time management matrix. And the meeting went so great. I wanted to make sure that I shared the same information with you guys. This is a matrix on how to help you manage your time more effectively. There are 4 quadrants based on this model of how we spend our time. The first one in the top left are things that are urgent and important. These are things that need to get done right away. For example, if you're a receptionist and the phone is ringing, you have to get that phone. That's urgent and important. If you're a mom and you have a sick child, that's the only thing that you need to worry about at that time, is tending to that sick child. There's lots of things in our lives that come up that are urgent and important. If we move over to the right of the matrix, we have things that are not urgent and important. What's something that comes into this category? Well, let's think about exercise. There is no one beating you over the head to go to the gym. It's not saying you have to go to the gym today. You have to go to the gym today. There's no one saying that to you. It's not urgent, but it is very important. So this is a very important quadrant. We'll come back to this in a second. Coming down here, we have not important and urgent. We call these time wasters. Okay, and they're not as bad as being over here in quadrant 4, but things like checking your email all the time, browsing on Facebook all the time. These are things that aren't that important. You don't have to check your email every hour, but they're urgent because they suck you in. Oh, you have to look at this person's post and you have to open that email. But they take us away from the bigger things that we need to do to be successful. And in the 4th quadrant, this is the worst one to be in. These are things where they're not urgent and they're not important. We call this just absolutely just wasting time. And these are things like watching 4 hours of SportsCenter in a row, playing tons and tons of video games, just essentially doing nothing. And this is not where we want to be if we want to be successful, whether you're a young athlete, whether you're a mom, whatever you are, you do not want to be wasting your time. There's too many productive things that we could be doing. So, where do we want to spend majority of our time? If we want to be efficient and effective, we want to spend most of our time in the top 2 quadrants. The first quadrant, we're going to have to go here. There's going to be things that draw us to this quadrant. But the success is in this second quadrant. Things that are not urgent and important. Like I mentioned before, exercise is in this category. If we don't exercise, what's going to happen? Later in life, we're going to have problems. Okay, and the doctor's going to say to you, you have to exercise, or something bad is going to happen to you. So then, if you don't exercise, all of a sudden, the exercise is moved into urgent and important. We want to keep this here. We want to have control over our health. We want to have control over our nutrition and what we're doing. So this quadrant of things that are not urgent and important takes discipline. It takes mindset. And this is where we need to be when we're spending the majority of our time. So if you have any more questions on this time management matrix, feel free to email me, vince@gabrielfitness.com. I know this has helped me out tremendously. It's also helped the GFP team out tremendously. And I think if you incorporate this into your life, it will help you as well. So it was great being with you guys today, and thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you next week.